You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV!
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. United Gospel.
Hello, Detroit, Atlanta, wow, California, my people down there, K Victoria, Miss Counts out in California. Oh, it's so good to be home back in Detroit. Sometimes you always want to click your heels together because there's nowhere, no matter where you're at, you know that. It's nowhere like home. But hey, we're having a great time. United Gospel Explosion TV, thanks for tuning in. We welcome you. I'm going to tell you something. As I went through this last week, we had such a great time out traveling around the city, actually. Lord Side Ministry, seeing different people out moving. It was a resurrection week, you know, and you say that and you're like, well, what is that really about? I just want to talk to my people that's out in the street that may not have made it to church, you know. It's about our hope. It's about an opportunity for victory in your own life. You know, you may have some things that need resurrecting. You may have some things that's dead in your life. Don't even know it. You may be dead to alcohol. You may be dead to drugs. You may be dead to abuse. You may be, when I'm saying these things come in to kill your spirit, you know, and they conquer a man. You know, no one was born to say, I want to be a drunk. Every day I just want to get up and shake until I get a bottle. No one does that. So that becomes something that dies within you, your ability to fight against alcohol, to fight against a drug, or even to fight against a bad thought. But, you know, we think about the resurrection of Christ. We're thinking about someone that came and died for those type of sins that we carry. But then they ain't just died. That the fact that he rose gave us, we know that we can rise too over our own selves, the deadness within us, the addictions, the things that beat us in life, that there's a resurrection for you today. So that's a thought that during this whole weekend, we were talking about rising up above it. And I was able to travel around and do some great events over the last month or so. We had Pastor Winans' birthday party where, my God, Mary, yeah, you know, and I say the name, it may not hit you when you hear, take the shackles off my head and my feet so I can dance. They say, want to praise you. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of people that were at the party. BB and CC Winans. Oh my God, if I go to naming, Fred Hammond. If I go to naming, I'm going to miss somebody, but let me tell you, it was just a blessing to be there. Thanks to my friend Eric Wheelwright. He brought me down into that, and I got to be one of the cameras there. And then we went on to do Motown Legends. Motown Legends was a nice thing at Hartford Memorial. It was a beautiful concert. And you had some of the legends of Motown that were there performing and putting it all on the line, you know, showing that not only do they do secular music, they do their music in clubs and different places, but they had a place for God in their heart, that they'll come together and sing the songs of Zion, sing God's songs in contemporary and historic fashion. Well, in that I got to meet a jewel that's here with me as the camera pans out. Diane is here to my left and your right. Give them your full name. And
my name is Diane Marie Mathis.
And Diane Marie Mathis, I'm going to let you tell you, she's a songstress. And this is really about her, this show, and about the Motown Legends. We're going to talk about it a little bit. And they showed out. And over here I have Courtney. Give me your full name.
My name is Courtney Hall.
They use that big voice. Come on, pound it. In the back we were saying, you got to use a big voice to reach all around the corner. She's looking at me like, shut up, crazy man. But she's using it. That's good. Good to have you with us, Courtney. Beautiful smile, by the way. Wake us up with that. That's a good thing. So Can I call you Lady D? Because I've been calling her
You
Lady D,
can.
and
So many people call me Lady
eh,
D, so it's fine.
and you know the
Absolutely.
reason why is her presentation is always so beautiful. Uh, every time I've met her then and since then, uh, this is relaxed. This is not getting more relaxed than this for her, but
Absolutely.
she stays to the T in fashion, and not only that, we were telling someone earlier that a beautiful woman lets beauty flow from the outside. Is that true?
From the inside
From
out.
the inside out, correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And so that's something that I don't know if it's a state of mind women have that that have that beauty or what it is, but they've learned to be happy inside or feel beautiful inside and it shows. Is that what it is?
I think really what it is that when you have a heart for God,
Mm-hmm.
that beauty and that love for God comes through your personality if it's genuine. And that is, I can say that I love the Lord. The Lord has kept me for 68 years, and I'm so grateful because I've lived longer than my mom and I've lived longer than my dad. So I'm
Wow.
grateful for that. And through my
Amen.
journey, I know it has been God that has sustained me.
Mm-hmm.
And that has nobody else. I mean, I've had wonderful friends along the way, but I know it has been my Savior that has kept me. The
That's
trauma,
beautiful.
the disappointment, the heartbreak, it's only God. That's all I can say.
And you about to give away the whole thing.
No, I'm
You
not.
about to give away the whole story before I get you to say anything. You know, Courtney. Well, and that's part of it, the drama and the different things that you've been through in your personal life. Um, I'm gonna tell it before she tell it, y'all.
Okay.
It's gonna become a musical, and also part of the drama of her life. She's sharing to help lift some other
Oh,
people up
absolutely.
because it's landing in a beautiful place
Hmm.
that her gift has made room for her. But what we're talking about is if you're facing tragedies at a young age, maybe she went through some different things at a young age. She's going to tell you about in a minute, but it turns out to be a good news story. You know, we're about good news stories. You know, you see the
Absolutely.
news. Oh, today a bus ran over a dog. Just anything, just terrible, right?
Mm.
But this is a good news story, and we look for those. And sometimes, Diane, you know this. You find good news stories in the middle of tragedies,
And that's the triumph. That is the
and that's
triumph that when God carries you through all the tragedy, at the end of this, there's a rainbow, and He shows you just how He has plans of greatness and happiness for your life.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And now listen, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I know that you went through some things as a child. Just share just a brief moment of how you went from one family to the next.
Okay. Um, I grew up with parents that were much older. My mom and my dad both were 42 when I was born.
Mm.
So I had older parents, and I had siblings from my mom's first marriage. And my siblings weren't always kind to me.
Mm.
And
Yes.
so my mom died tragically when I was 7 years old.
Hmm.
Christmas Eve, a Christmas evening, um, in my arms from a massive heart attack. And my sister had just graduated from nursing school, and she panicked and didn't know what to do.
Mm.
And my father had been drinking all day long, celebrating Christmas, so he didn't know what to do. And my brother was just totally out of his mind. So I'm the one that held my mother in my
Mm.
arms as the um, police came to the house and the fire engine came to the house, and she was actually dead really on arrival. So nobody really explained anything to me, and I was sent to family members. I went to live with my sister, and I lived with my cousins, and they were wild and crazy. They were 11 and 13 and had no
Hmm.
responsibility, and I wanted to be with my dad. I wanted to be with him. But unfortunately, he had to work at General Motors, and he couldn't take care of me, so he just kind of pushed me around, and he really didn't know what to do with a 7-year-old.
Right.
He really
Sure.
didn't.
Sure.
So it took me many, many years to understand it and forgive my father. But he didn't know. He was an alcoholic. I mean, he was a functioning alcoholic. He worked every single day at the
Yes.
forge plant, but he didn't know what to do with a 7-year-old. So he put me where he thought I'd be okay, where I'd be safe. But I really wanted to live with my father. And so when he finally came and got me, I was so shattered and so hurt and so broken and didn't understand what happened. Didn't know the consequences of my mom dying. I didn't understand how devastating that was. I just knew I was broken and didn't know what to do.
Oh, sure,
And
sure.
my father finally put me in dance class. And my dance teacher was amazing. Her name was Lorraine Davis. Beautiful, talented, smart. And for some reason, she took a liking to me.
Yeah.
She felt that she wanted to do something to help me because she said she knew I had potential to do something because she saw me dancing on the bar down at the Elks Club. I would be down there with my dad on Saturdays when he would be cleaning up the bar and filling
Now,
up the
how old were you then?
Oh, I was 7.
Okay.
Going on 8.
This is just a little older than Courtney. Just
Yeah.
a little younger than Courtney.
A little bit younger than Courtney. So I would dance on the bar. He would put the music on in the jukebox, and he'd be putting the liquor behind the bar because he took care of everything at the bar on 1 and 30th. It was actually the Elks Club, and that's where my stepmother actually was teaching dancing up there.
Right.
And when I fell in love with her, I mean, because she took me shopping, she got my hair done, she got my nails done, and she saw potential. Next thing I know, my father asked me, what did I want for Christmas? And I said, to marry Miss Davis. And he said, are you crazy? I'm not marrying Miss Davis. I got a girlfriend. And I said, but Daddy, I don't like your girlfriend. I want you to marry Miss Davis.
Wow. And so now, I want you guys to understand, this little 7-year-old
Yeah.
already moving pieces around the chessboard,
Yep.
had her daddy to get with the lady that she admired as a dance instructor. And life did change. So
Yes, it did.
I'm going to take a quick break and come right back, a quick minute break. And we're going to be right back. And we're going to give you the new day where Diane has come right now today. And she's doing some powerful things. And it's an event that's going to be right in our hometown at Burt's. We want to tell you about it. And that's where little Courtney come in. We'll be right back.
United gospel explosion, united gospel explosion. TV!
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home.
Hey, we want to thank Total Home Improvement Company for that sponsorship that they're doing for the show. Again, guys, I'm here now, and we built up the drama. Now, you know that Diane had been through a lot of tragedies as a young girl, and then she came up to the point where, when I say tragedies, you know, losing parents at a young age, losing mom at a young age, working with her father, and then eventually asking her father to marry a new woman that had came in her life as a dance instructor and give her hope. And so we're going to open back up with my cast here today. Lady D to my left, if we can bring them all on stage. And Courtney's going to be to my right, okay? But at any rate, though, she had went through these circumstances. And then life opened up a different door and a different page. We're going to use the magic of our cameras, hopefully, and bring them on stage with me right now. Okay, great. Now, Diane, I'm going to narrate this through it a little bit because I want to get to the meat of this before this segment is over. Okay, so you have been through these things, and they found out that your father did marry. He did marry
Her name was Lorraine Davis.
The dance instructor.
Yes, she was my dance instructor.
Because she done told her to marry him when she young, and he done went and did it now. I guess that's part of the reason. He had to like her a little bit, though.
Oh, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
He could not have
Nothing
liked
not
her.
to like, right?
Oh, no, she was beautiful.
But here's the thing. Oftentimes, through divorces, separations, death, children are brought up with something like, I want to say inferiority complex, but not always to that extent, but it's some effect. Well, this is going to come to a scene that you're going to see at Bert's Warehouse. When is the music?
I will be down at Bert's on May the 18th. It's
Okay.
going to be in the Motown room, and I am doing all original material, and, well, not all. I am doing some cover songs with my own spin on them. But in the one of the songs that I'm doing, I dedicated this song a long time ago to my mother because she was such an inspiration in my life, and she changed how I saw myself because my self-esteem was so beaten down.
Now I'm gonna put a pin in it right there because you about to tell the script. I know you are. But listen. So at that point, when her esteem was built down as a little girl, about 9, 7, 8, 9 years old, Courtney's age. You, Courtney. At that time, her mother asked her a question when she's looking in the mirror, and to change her life, she told me it changed her life. We're gonna act that out just a little bit for you now, and this is how it goes. She asked Courtney a question.
So, baby, look at yourself in the mirror and tell me, what do you see?
I see a little black thing.
Oh, my God, no, baby. That is not what I see in the mirror. What I see in the mirror is this beautiful, smart, talented young lady that can do anything you want to do, but you've got to believe in yourself. And you're not just a black thing. You're a beautiful, beautiful young lady. And with that confidence and believing in yourself, looking at yourself every single day, that's what I want to hear you say, that I'm smart, I'm talented, and I'm beautiful. And I can do anything I dream to do. Do you understand me, baby? That's what I want to hear you say from now on. Okay?
Okay.
And so great, you guys. I kept my head down a little bit there because I didn't want to get into drama. But and the name of the song that has been written again is
It's called Different Eyes.
Different Eyes. And you saw just a rendition of that. I wanted to bring a little of that drama out for you guys. It's going to be at Bert's. It's going to be one of the songs she's going to do. And in that song, we're going to hopefully be able to bring Courtney in to act this out on stage for you guys. Because it's a young Courtney everywhere in the world. A young person that's been hurt. They could have been bullied at school. They could have been anything, someone telling them they weren't as much as they actually are. You know, that you're beautiful, but they could have been like, oh, she ugly because of jealousy even. Or they could have lost something close to them, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother. They kind of put them in the tailspin of that momentary situation. So I thought that was so powerful when she told me the story. You guys know I think in film anyway. You know, that's my ministry, I guess. But I just pictured that being acted out on scene like that, and we found a way to put this together. As you saw that little drama, now they ain't seen nothing, D.
No, they haven't.
Because when they come down and they see in her phone where she's going to be in front of that mirror right there at Bert's, and that drama is going to play out in real life, and then it's going to come out to when she's looking in that mirror, Lady D's looking in that mirror, and that mirror is going to go from there right into the audience where she sings that song rendition,
Different Eyes.
Different Eyes.
Through the eyes of love.
And isn't that great to have another set of eyes looking at you, and oftentimes they wonder how it happens. But that's the work we're doing. It's a love work, and that's what this ministry is all about. Hey, you guys, you watch United Gospel Explosion TV. We're going to come back for the second half, and we'll be out there on James Torrance, Torrence, the second on Facebook after this, where our Facebook friends can kind of tune in with us and enjoy the show. Okay?
Okay.
You got some social media too?
Mm-mm.
Not yet? Okay, don't rush it. Don't rush it. It's terrible sometimes. But we'll be right back, guys, and for the second half of the show.
United gospel explosion. United gospel explosion. TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion. TV, United Gospel Explosion.
All right, y'all, we back. We back for the second half of the show. I don't know if you saw the first half, but you guys got to see a little bit of how other people's eyes can help you. Sometimes we see ourselves in a positive light. Sometimes maybe not so positive because of life experiences. And Diane came in. Let me introduce my cast again. Give them your full name and who you are.
My name is Diane Marie Mathis.
And she's also a singer, has been a legendary singer from Motown for...
I've been from Motown. I started singing actually when I was 8 years old. My stepmother, who became, actually was my dance teacher, she was the one that really discovered that I could sing and that I could dance. And after she discovered that, it was on. I mean, she took me everywhere to perform.
And we've been through a lot of that during the first half. And this half, I want to bring out a little bit of little bit more about the Motown Legends gospel concert. It was at Harper Memorial Church a couple of weeks ago, and I had the opportunity to film your auntie there. And so give them a little bit of how this, what I want to give them a feel of is how this combination of talent came together.
Well, let me say, Mr. Al Chisholm and
Al
Sharon.
Chisholm,
Yes,
correct.
Al Chisholm of the Contours and his wife Sharon. They've been running the group for many years, but it started with Alfreda Upshaw. Alfreda Upshaw was a representative of entertainment all around the city of Detroit for many years, and she decided she wanted to put a gospel group together with all of the people from from Motown.
Yeah.
And some people not necessarily from Motown Recording Company. It started off with that,
Sure.
but then with them being on the road and traveling, some of the groups are still working. There were other people that they kind of recruited. So Al Chisholm and his wife Sharon continued because Alfreda moved to Florida, and
Right.
just recently she passed away. She was an
Oh.
amazing woman.
Okay.
But Al and his wife Sharon have kept the choir going. And I was asked to join the choir a couple of years ago, but I was doing a play and I had to drop out because I was busy with the play.
Sure.
But then my schedule changed, and so I said, wow, I really like to be a part of it again. And so I went back, and I love the choir because there's so many talented people in the choir. We have E.J. Johnson of Enchantment.
Yes.
He's
and
like sometimes our musical director.
when you think of that, and sometimes a lot of young people may not know EJ, but if you ask your mother about the song Gloria,
Absolutely.
my Gloria,
That's the
and it
truth.
just everyone knows
Everybody
that. And you can
knows
just hear
EJ.
that much of it, you know who EJ is. So these are
Right.
great groups.
That's right. And Joan Belgraves is with us.
Yes.
And we have her cousin Hazelette.
Yes.
And we have so many people that are just wonderful, talented people. And it's a labor of love that we've come together, because when we get together, we always pray before we rehearse. We pray after we rehearse, and it's a love thing because we keep in touch with each other. And
Yeah.
We try to support each other with whatever they're doing. We've sang for different people in the choir. Their churches have invited us to come, and we go and perform when we can if we are available.
Absolutely.
And so it's a labor of love, and it's also just because we're praising God. And
Yeah.
so we really have a good time, and we get into what we're doing.
Well, it's so rich, and one of the other reasons why it's so rich, Courtney, is you may be young for this, but when you see all of these people come together, they're not just everyday Sunday singers. All these people, like I know that Diane, since the little time I've known her, she's been like in and out of town 2 or 3 times. I'm like, where are you at? I'm just coming back from Chicago. Where you at? I'm going to New York next week. Where you at? And so these people are working in the business, And to see people, the encouraging thing for us is to see people that busy in the business, still willing to set aside the time to do the legendary Motown gospel
Yes.
choir.
Yes.
I think that that's just something special
Yeah,
to me.
it
you know.
really is. It really
Yeah.
is. Because the fact that Al is out of town all the time. The contours are always somewhere.
Oh yeah, Contours, Enchantment,
Yeah,
and
all the
you
time.
guys
Yeah,
as well.
right,
Everyone in
absolutely.
there is
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, everybody's doing their own thing, so
Miss Belgrave, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
that's Marcus Belgrave's wife, the late great Marcus
Mm-hmm,
Belgrave. And these people will be coming on the show. God willing, El wants to come back on, and Charles Davis from the Contours.
oh yeah, he
originally.
sang with us, and that was
Uh,
great.
Oh my God, just a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
And so that's the background of how we got together. And not only that, it was just, I say God for this reason. I meditated on you bring the right people to your show. United Gospel Explosion TV, I don't want you to think this is my show. This is an inspired show. You know how you have a good idea? You might be playing on the playground and say, hey, I can make butterscotch cookies with peanut butter and chocolate chips. Well, you ain't seen that before. But it's a good idea. I know. Don't try to use that unless I get a cut either. But no, but you come up with a good idea. I can make a doll that wets and cleans herself. Something like these ideas are inspirational. So this show came as an inspirational thought. That out of all the different type of shows I had done, it was like, you're going to do a gospel TV show. Some guys know me from the rap Romania area. Just different things. The Jamaica Be Crazy area, we did different shows, different radio, whatever, but anything with the gospel. So when he gave me this, I wasn't in the ministry yet. I was like, okay, I'll do it. I don't know why I'm doing it. But then look, it manifested. Some inspirational idea can take its own life in its own feet. That's what I'm saying. And so now here we go today. Because of that circumstance, I get to meet such amazing people in gospel like yourself.
Right.
So I was saying, God, you bring the right people to the show to bring out what you would have it to bring out. 'Cause I don't know. I ain't going to be that smart.
Absolutely.
And so different people like you have came on, like I said, over the last month. So we were able to do the Wineys, do the Motown Legends, do the Martha Reeves and Benny Reeves last week. It just goes on and on. But I think it starts with a seed planted and opening up to get out the way and do some greater things.
Well, I think sometimes we have to understand, too, that God has a divine plan for us. I really believe that we are divinely appointed to do certain things that we are doing. And, look
Absolutely.
at how you and I came across each other again
Yes.
at my cousin's.
Oh, yeah.
At my cousin.
Tell them about
Yeah.
that. She saw me from, go ahead, you tell
Okay,
her. Oh, you
I was at my cousin's 80th birthday party, and I happened to turn around and I said, "Oh my God, I know that guy,"
Yeah.
because we did a movie together.
We did a movie together
and I
a while
was
back.
so excited to see you because I hadn't seen you
Absolutely.
since the movie. But the idea of just you just never know who you're going to meet when you go
You
somewhere.
never know, because
You
that
never
movie
know
was
what God's
politics as
plan-
usual.
Yes.
A great producer, local producer, but he does some national things, Sean Woodard. And I was Sam Riddles in the movie, and she was one of the city council.
I was Joanne Watson.
Joanne Watson. It was a
Yes.
comedy satire takeoff.
Yes.
She showed out.
So
She
did
was
you.
standing on her head.
Oh, I wasn't standing on my head, but I had some crazy lines.
Oh, yeah.
my God, I had crazy
Oh yeah,
lines.
and it made it really happen. But point is, she remembered me from that.
Yes.
And we got together, and she said, "Hey, guess what? I'm singing down at the Motown Legends Gospel Choir, and look how that fit together today." So that is a divine appointment,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It's a divine appointment. I believe that.
Get ready. The 18th,
Yes, May 18th, down at Burt's.
May 18th. Put it on your calendar. Hopefully, she'll remind me to keep telling you guys ahead of time. But May 18th, we're gonna be down there showing out. We're gonna have Courtney in the house. No other than Courtney in the house in this particular presentation. Now, Courtney, you are. It's a line, but you just knocked that line right out the park, because when she said it and she mentioned you as being casting for it, I was like, oh, okay. Family sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You do it because you like them, but they might not can do it. But you just did that just enough to make it happen. You're doing some other things, Courtney. I know that Tell them some of the stuff you're doing. You're a singer, a little singer. You're doing the. Let me show you. Go and tell them.
So I used to act at 4 or maybe 5, and my acting teacher, he really did inspire me to do better things.
Okay.
And I told him that I had been getting bullied, and he said, "Don't listen to that little girl. Just think of the happy thoughts that you're doing in your life." And then when I got older, maybe to 6 or 7, I was in the choir at my church, and I really loved my choir teacher because she was nice. She was beautiful, and she was really inspiring too. And then when I saw dancing, so then I started dancing because people at my church started dancing, and like
Praise dance. Yeah.
and so now I'm in praise dance, and I really love to dance because that's what makes me me, Courtney Hall.
Okay. Well, wait a minute, Quinn, because you're gonna take the whole show over too. You just like your auntie. Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute. What I got here? I thought I had a little. She's like a little tiger. Hold up. It's me, Courtney. How? So, Courtney. Now you said a lot. Thank God for your talent, being able to get it out here and just try to make a difference. Enjoying yourself. But bullying, put a pin on bullying for a second. That's a major thing we're having in with our young people, and sometimes if it's not resolved, it can be acted out in different ways. And I'm saying if you take somebody that's being bullied over here and maybe not able to have a teacher to talk to like you, or not able to have a release for that bullying, then you put them in a game. I'm not going to say any games like Call of Duty or anything. I'm not naming that, but a game like that where every 2 seconds they're shooting somebody up. They may picture that as a real release to that. And let's say if they, and I'm going out here, y'all, on this, and I might want to shoot me or something, and then let's say if their parents may be hunters or got a closet full of rifles, now you can kind of see how some of this stuff will happen. Because they've been bullied, especially a little boy with a little girl be like, hee. You know how y'all can make us, anyway, big girls do
Oh
that.
yeah, oh yeah.
If you say something about, a man has a way of freaking out. And it's not just men, but women too are affected. But I'm not making light out of it. But that bullying situation, when you got bullied, you took it to your teacher or he saw it in you. Did he see you crying or did you go and ask for help?
Well, I just asked him for some help, and he saw the potential in me, and I told him about some of the stuff that's been going on in my life. And then my nana, she came in when I told her what had been going on, and she just really told me don't listen to her, and that was all good, but I had got bullied for a long time.
And you felt something. Now, yeah, and this is important because she's 9 now. She's older now. This isn't like when she used to be little at 5 or 7. Now she's 9, right? But you were able to. It hurt you. It did hurt. And so, when young people are reaching out for help, sometimes we think of them as young people. But this is a person that's hurting. And what I like about this is this, and I'm bringing it back to Diane's musical on the 18th, where she's introducing this new album. Well, in your eyes, other people's eyes, when they shared that hurt with her, when she said, "What do you see in the mirror?" and she saw her, which would be you being her, when her mother saw her, if that ain't confusing enough. But anyway, she was able to look and say, to hear you say, "I see just a little old black thing in the mirror." And I mean, or I ain't nobody type of thing, But the response to that, Diane, was Give me that response again. That what
The
you really seeing.
What you're really seeing in the mirror is beauty. What you're seeing is your raw talent, your God-given gift. And so when my mother said to me, that's not what I see in the mirror, that gave me a whole new look at myself. I saw myself through different eyes. And a lot of times, kids that are being bullied, they see themselves through the bully's eyes, and they feel so, they don't feel important. They feel like what they're hearing from the bully is what they really are, and they're not. It's because the bully is probably having self-confident issues too, lack of self-confidence.
Right. The bully
And so-
themselves. Now you point us,
Right.
the bully themselves has probably been bullied or tripping out in some
Somewhere,
type of way.
somebody's done something to them too.
Okay.
And so they put that on the person that they really admire.
Yeah.
And so the person that
They
they
jealous of
admire,
you.
they're jealous. And so looking at Courtney's the cutest little thing and such a sweet personality.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so just like her, I was bullied in school too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I was bullied. And luckily I had a friend for some reason, and I have to shout her name out, Cynthia Gaines. Cynthia would always stand in front of me when I was being bullied. And she said, leave her alone. Leave her
Right.
alone. I don't know why she did that, but
Oh,
she
okay.
did. So we became friends, and I haven't seen her in a long time, but I remember the love that she showed me by protecting me. We were in the same grade, but she protected me like I was her little sister.
I'm gonna put her on the spot. I'm gonna put her on the spot. That's what I was telling Courtney. I had to whisper to her so she wouldn't hear. Diane wouldn't hear. If you could just take out a little bit of that song in your eyes, you know, and just give us just a little piece, right, Courtney?
Just a little.
Just a little tiny. You know, could you give us just a bar of that or something?
I used to see through lonely eyes, but now I see a different look in my eyes. Through the eyes of love, I see a new me. I'm a happier than I've ever dreamed.
Ooh, don't give out no more than that, because they'll be not. They got the whole concert right here. Woo wee! You feel? I felt something. Woo wee! Wow, that was like one of those Sparkle type moments. You see the movie Sparkle before? Okay, now you Courtney, move over
But
there.
you
No,
don't see it today, Courtney, because I got it.
but that was one of those like sister moments. You know, that is great. That's amazing. To hear the lyrics. You know, I get overwhelmed, but I'm right here with you. Don't get me wrong. I ain't about to cry nothing, y'all, but I could if it hit me like that. But what I'm trying to say is, when you are sharing your gift, trying to touch other people, even people that's been bullied, you know, or went through some things, that to be able to say that, listen, this ain't no little nobody black nothing, little something, whatever you said, Courtney, but that you are beautiful, that you are something special, that your life is going to make a difference to somebody's life. That talking power, I'm saying, to somebody's life. And we're doing it with this song that she's done. This is only the beginning, believe me, you guys, because the drama is so much in Diane. Miss Mathis got so much in it. I was at lunch and my fork was like, I couldn't put it in my mouth, right? And so it was so much going on in her real story. And I think that this is just the beginning. I said, hey, let's dramatize this piece right down at Bert's. Let's dramatize this piece, because we're going to dramatize the whole musical before it's over with her. And God willing, we can help produce some of this into film. I think it's a story that needs to be told, you know.
You know what? I just want to say thank you, James, because for real, with the things that I've been through in my life, so many of my friends, because I'm a storyteller, I write something all the time.
Right.
And I talk. And that's how I create all the things, because I had to get through. My fourth grade teacher, Ms. Zoe Johnson, at Thurko Elementary School, told me, write down what you live. Write
Right.
down what you experience. Because, again, Miss Zoe Johnson saw something in me at Thurko Elementary School, because I was in a creative writing class. I was in the Future Teacher of America. in the fourth grade.
Wow, I
And
remember that.
she said, write down your story. You have to tell your story. And so as I have grown and experienced things and travel around the country and singing all around, I've been some of everywhere. I am so blessed and so grateful. And it was all because of my wonderful stepmother, Lorraine Davis. I never ever called her stepmother. I called her mommy.
Right,
And
absolutely.
because
absolutely.
she was not a stepmother, as you say, the Wicked Witch and
Right,
all that, and
right, sure,
you
sure,
know,
sure.
the Cinderella story. No, it wasn't that at all. I mean, she had her moments of discipline, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that woman loved me
Absolutely.
because she took care of me. She taught me to love myself. She gave me so many wisdoms growing up. A teaspoon of honey is better than a whole cup of vinegar.
Wow.
To be a friend, to have a friend, you must be a friend. These are things that she told me. And she said that we're not here by ourselves. You've got to help other people as you go along in life because nobody ever is here by ourselves. She said if it was so, everybody would be on their own island.
Wow. Wow, that's
and
powerful.
that's not the case.
That
So,
is powerful. And so it's others sometimes that interface in our lives, that interface with us like your teacher did for you, that you had some. It's other people sometimes, like your mom did for you, that you allow to touch your life, and you open up to the right people. And hopefully you can close up to the right people, the wrong people too. If they're wrong, you don't need them interfacing with you. But when you open up to the right people, you'll know it because they're speaking power. They're going to come in and do something that's good for you, and you know it's good for you, you know. Courtney, now, you got a lot on the ball for a young lady. Look at her getting close to the mic. Look, we got to keep Courtney around, y'all. But Courtney, if you could put into a word, you know, that can help some of your friends that is just being bullied, or some friends that may not feel confident as you are. Not everybody can get up here with Miss Torrance and be like on the mic like you. It ain't missing a beat, you know, smile and everything. Everybody can't do that. But if you could tell them something to encourage their life or give them confidence, what would it be?
It would be believe in yourself and be a warrior and never give up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You gotta stop. Say that loud. Come on.
Be a warrior, never, ever give up. And believe in yourself at all times. And God will always be with you.
All right. Courtney, give me some. Hey. Courtney, that ain't no joke. But that's it. You know, and that's the message. Believe in yourself and be a warrior. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself and be a warrior. And don't ever give up. That's Courtney. That's Courtney. Say, give him your full name.
My name is Courtney Elizabeth Hall.
Now listen, Courtney Elizabeth Hall just said something. Don't y'all be going writing that in your paper without saying Courtney Elizabeth Hall said that, because that's plagiarizing. I mean that. That's plagiarizing. Yeah, good.
Courtney is
Courtney on point. And so we're going to bring her out and get Courtney involved in some of our drama. Hopefully our Metro Youth Day is coming up in June, guys. I'm sorry, July 7th. But get ready. You'll be hearing about that. You have young people like Courtney that got talent to share. We're going to be a platform for that, too, that you'll be able to come out with us. And the different young people we're touching, many models on a mission. My God, it's a group of beautiful models under Korean. I think their oldest one may be about 10, the oldest. But at any rate, many models on the mission will be out in Belle Isle with us. Isaac Brown from Ravens Home, he's going to be doing a tape. We're communicating with his mother now. Yeah. Oh, you know Booker. Look at her. She like, whoa. Yeah, Booker's my man. He sat in the same seat you sat here for several years. But when he comes to town, he actually comes in here. We'll invite you down, Courtney. Oh, I didn't know you like Booker. All of you little girls like Booker. But Isaac is just one of those miracle childs that went on to do really well in Hollywood now. And they're going to be coming to town to promote the new movie Kings with Halle Berry and James Craig from 007 James Craig. And him and his little sister actually acts in the movie. They play a part in the movie. And we'll be doing a red carpet grand opening here. Yes. Come walk the red carpet with us. We'll keep you posted on that. So many positive things right out of Detroit. You know, Detroit is the melting pot for talent.
Absolutely.
Always have been. I think it's something about the city here, the way we're put together. Always will be. But all I'm saying is be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. It's always going to be haters. I just say the word. You're going to get some haters,
Right.
and they'll get right up in front of you. But what the Bible say about haters is this. He'll prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Right in the presence of your haters, he'll give you a nice spread of food. It might be fried shrimp if you like them. It might be a steak if you like it. I don't know what's your favorite food?
Fish.
There may be some good fish on that table, but it's going to be right there on the table, and you can eat it right in the presence of your enemies, right in the presence of your haters. So don't worry about it. We're not mad at you haters. You're probably hating because somebody hurt you too. But it's a word for you to look up and be encouraged. The resurrection is real. The resurrection is you and I overcoming our dark places. It's you and I not being a bully, being able to step away from our bullying inside of us because we were hurt before. And now we want to hurt somebody like Courtney because we got messed up. So, that's what this whole thing is about. Stepping to a higher level. Speak power into somebody's life. Good things are going to happen to you. You've been watching United Gospel Explosion TV. Oh, my God. We had Diane Mathis here and Courtney here to make it happen. Thank you, guys. Peace and God bless you.
United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV!
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to